Welcome to one of the most prestigious basketball tournaments in the country, the 11th annual McDonald's Texas Invitational here at the Phillips Fieldhouse in Pasadena, Texas. What began with 80 teams and 200 games Thursday, and now it is down to the final two for the gold medal bracket. We know that Duncanville beat Manville on the girls' side. On the boys' side, we've got a great matchup for you tonight. DeSoto Eagles coming into this game. They were in the championship the last couple of years, but lost 3 years ago. They won the tournament title right here. The team they're taking on, Fort Bend Bush, also very talented. My name is Jeff Power, joined now by Ken Moore. Ken, we've got ourselves a great matchup. Two teams that are used to playing in big games.
Yeah, both of these ball clubs used to state championships. DeSoto in 2009, Fort Bend Bush in 2010. Both of these teams have done really well here in the tournament so far. Both of them going for a title here tonight.
Hey, we got some big news for you. Ronald Monroe, the quarterback for Bush, he's going to play tonight. This was just announced. That's a big deal because he is a big-time scorer.
He is a big-time scorer. Unfortunately, they came up short in the state playoffs in football, but he came to coach and said, I'm ready to play some hoops. He wants to forget about football, so he'll be on the court here tonight.
Yeah, they lost to Manville last night, but we're about ready to tip this one off. It's a great matchup from right here in Pasadena, Texas. Legacy Sports Network. We'll be right back.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Pasadena ISD and Phillips Fieldhouse for the championship ball game between the Fort Bend Broncos and the DeSoto Eagles. Ladies and gentlemen, would you please rise? Gentlemen, please remove all headwear. Place your hand over your heart as the Sam Rayburn Texan Band will play our national anthem.
It is time for basketball tournament time in Texas. This is one of the best tournaments in the entire United States. It is the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Jeff Power and Ken Moore joining you here courtside. Fort Bend Bush, the Broncos, led by their head coach, Ronnie Courtney. Yes, he has got a storied past. In fact, he, of course, coached T.J. Ford and Willow Ridge to a couple of state titles. Also won a state championship in 2010 with Bush, a very successful coach. On the other end, of course, DeSoto. And DeSoto has been really good in this tournament. Chris Dyer, the head coach, 16 years at the helm here for the Eagles, has done a fantastic job. As we mentioned before, Ken, DeSoto has been in this state tournament title game the last 3 straight years, winning it 3 years ago. In the last 2 years, they finished runner-up, so they're pretty hungry as we look at Bush running onto the court right now, being introduced.
Yeah, Fort Bend Bush, again, a team that won a state championship in 2010, and of course, they're going to have their quarterback back tonight as their football team lost last night, but they'll have a full complement of players here tonight. For DeSoto, we're going to see a team that's going to go 10 deep. They like to play man-to-man defense, so they're going to get up and try to pressure Bush, force them into some turnovers, and try to get easy baskets on the other end.
Yeah, Ronald Moore, the quarterback for Fort Bend Bush, will be coming off the bench in this game, told his head coach, hey, I want to play, where are my shoes? That's what you like to hear if you're Ronnie Courtney. The starting lineup for Fort Bend Bush will be be Brendan Ganaway at guard. He wears number 3. He's a junior. Also number 11, Travis Downing. He's a guard, 5'10" junior. Then it's 5'10" guard Charles Grace, who wears number 23. Brandon Jones wears number 25. He is a forward. He's 6'6". He's one of the go-to guys down low. He's also a senior. And Eden Ewing wearing number 45, 6'8". So as you can see, Fort Bend Bush with some serious size. As for DeSoto, the DeSoto Eagles loaded as well. It'll be Julian Miranda at wearing number 2 in the guard position. And also Dominic Thomas wearing number 5, a 6'2" guard. Kedrick Brown is a guard wearing number 11. Devin West, number 20, 6'8" senior. And Terry Maston wearing number 31, a 6'8" forward, and he is a senior. So we're about ready to tip this one off. Glad to have you along here on Fox Sports Southwest. The DeSoto Eagles in the all-white uniforms trimmed in green, and Fort Bend Bush coming in here with the navy blue uniforms with the orange lettering.
Yeah, and the way both teams got here, Fort Bend Bush with a 69-60 victory over Pearland in the semifinal game, and DeSoto defeated Berkner 55-29 in their semifinal.
Both teams 4-0 in this tournament, and it is going to be DeSoto with the ball first as Kedrick Brown brings it back out top to Julian Miranda. Miranda on the dribble now. Back over to Brown. They work it inside to the big man, Maston. Back outside. The kick out is tipped in and good. And that is Devin Wyatt. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. He's 6'8" for a reason.
Yeah, good job by Wyatt coming in over the top. You see him here with the tip.
And 2-0 right now here for DeSoto. Fort Bend Bush on the move now. Both these teams like to run a lot of man-to-man. We're going to see a lot of that tonight. These two teams very accustomed to playing in the tournament title game, especially DeSoto. Left a bad taste in their mouth losing the last 2 years. They did win it 3 years ago. The three-pointer off target, no good by Brendan Ganaway. And back comes DeSoto. Julian Miranda there, kicks it back out. The shot is up and good from Dominic Thomas, the 6'2" junior guard. Quickly, DeSoto out to a 5-0 lead as we look at the replay.
Yeah, Thomas with a wide open 3 for the corner. You see again, that was the initial tip that put them up by 2, but they lead it now, 5-0.
Charles Grace with the ball, kicking it over to Travis Downing. Foul on number 5 down low on Dominic Thomas. First foul of the game. First team foul, of course. Just underway here. Glad to have you along here in Pasadena, Texas. Just watched the alumni game between Pasadena and Deer Park. That was a lot of fun. Deer Park won 37-32.
That was a very exciting ball game. Seeing a bunch of the elder statesmen out on the court tonight. They had a few tumbles and spills. Yeah. Luckily, everybody came out okay. No significant injuries in that one, but a few of them will be in the hot tub tonight, that's for sure.
To Kedrick Brown with the steal, and he lays it in for 2. And so DeSoto out to a 7-0 lead, 6:21 and counting here in the first.
Yeah, Fort Bend Bush in a little bit of a disarray here to begin this ball game.
And working it in low and fouled on the play and headed to the line is Brandon Jones. Foul is on number 20 there, Devin Wyatt.
Jones, a 6'6" senior.
Again, Ronnie Courtney, the head coach of Fort Bend Bush. To the line is Brandon Jones. It's up and good. First points of the game here for Bush, who trail now 7-1. And the second shot, Brandon Jones, is up and no good off the back of the iron, but rebounded by Eden Ewing, who kicks it back out at the top to Brandon Jones. Now over to Travis Downing. Downing on the dribble. Downing drives inside the paint. Shot is up, no good, but he is fouled on the play.
And you see Bush spreading out the offense, trying to allow those driving lanes for the guards to penetrate. Able to get inside and get to the line. Downing that time, he'll try to convert the free throw attempts.
And headed to the free throw line here is Travis Downing, 5'10" junior. First shot is up and no good off the iron. Bush is 5-0 in the young season. They started off with a victory over Marshall, then have won the 4 games here in the tournament. 23 5A favorites, and this one is also good here by Downing, so 7-2, 1 of 2 from the line there. DeSoto on the move in the white uniforms with the green shoes here. Glad to have you along here as we approach Thanksgiving. That's when it's basketball season. Julian Miranda with the shot. It's up and good. The three-pointer for the 5'7" sophomore guard.
And again, you see the Eagles playing inside out, the inside post pass. Then the interior guy dumps it back out to the wide-open shooter for the wide-open three.
This ball knocked out of bounds by Julian Miranda, the 5'7" guard, off to a pretty good start here. Chris Dyer, the head coach for DeSoto, 16 years at the helm. They got a great bench, is what he told us. We'll see 10 players playing. And here comes Bush on the move here. Shot is off target, no good, but rebounded by Eden Ewing. Kicks it back out to Brendan Ganaway. The shot off the front of the iron, no good. Rebounded underneath and fouled on the play. That's Brandon Jones, and he'll head to the free throw line. And one thing about Brandon Jones, he's headed to Cal State Bakersfield. And his brother, Joshua, and the Monroe twins, a big part of this team. And as we mentioned before, Ronald's actually here and going to play, but Donald did not make the trip.
Yeah, Donald may have been a little banged up from the football game last night, but his twin brother said he was ready to roll with it.
Just like a quarterback. Joshua Jones also on that football team, unable to play here tonight. He's a 6'7" junior. He's a good-looking player as well. First shot was no good. Second free throw up and good. So 10-3 now. So far, Bush, all their points coming off the free throw line. Soto rolling the ball around, and they do lose it out of bounds over to Bush.
That was good post inside defense that time by number 45, Eden Ewing. Defended the post very well that time, forcing a bad entry pass.
So Travis Downing brings it up the floor. Quickly dishes it off to Brendan Ganaway. And over to Travis Downing. Downing now gives it up to Charles Grace. Check that, Brandon Jones. Brandon Jones in the dribble. Good size, good dribble for a big man. Down inside to Ewing. Ewing shot no good. Rebounded underneath. And that was Julian Green with the rebound, who just checked in off the bench.
Fort Bend Bush getting some good looks here early. Shots not falling. They keep moving the ball like that. Eventually, the shots will drop.
Rotating ball around the perimeter. Miranda inside to his big man. Shot was off target, no good. Rebounded underneath, foul on the play. Looks like it's going to be against, double checking that, Terry Maston perhaps.
Yeah, you see the Eagles really crashing the offensive glass here early on, resulting in some multiple opportunities for shots at the rim.
Yeah, Terry Maston actually at the free throw line. Makes that first free throw. And the shot is up and good. Off target. In and out, no good. But a long rebound out to the top to Kedrick Brown.
Yeah, again, crashing the offensive glass. Fort Bend Bush is going to have to do better on the boards if they want to stay in this ball game.
Their officiating crew, Don Carpenter, Bill Carey, and David Oriole. Shot is up and good. Nice basket by Terry Maston, the 6'8" senior. A lot of seniors on this DeSoto basketball team. And they don't just play football up there in DeSoto. They got a good-looking basketball team, too. Yeah,
Coach said if any football players want to come, it may be a while as good as their football team's playing, maybe after Christmas.
They got to learn to make an impact with that. You know, he said these guys have gotten used to playing with each other, a lot of summer league ball, and just playing together as a team. That's important. You want to build that chemistry. DeSoto up 13-3. The kick out to Miranda. Shot is up and good. The three-pointer. Wow.
Miranda on fire here in the opening period. 13-point lead for DeSoto. Team about 20 miles south of Dallas.
16-3. Bush a little shell-shocked here in the early going. Travis Downing getting it, kicking it back out. 3:01 and counting here. First quarter here in Pasadena. The McDonald's Texas Invitational foul underneath.
Ball not really moving real well on this end of the court for Fort Bend Bush. When you look at the other side for the Eagles, the ball is moving around. They're getting a lot of open threes.
All right, we're going to take a quick timeout here. It's 16-3. DeSoto leading Fort Bend Bush here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. We'll be right back.
Hi, I'm your Latina girl, Carmen Contreras with Hot 95.7, and I'm just loving Texas Bay Area Credit Union. They have everything big banks do, like checking accounts, online and mobile banking, bill pay all for free, and I said free. But here, they really care about me. They have better rates on loans, and they're ready to loan to you. Texas Bay Area Credit Union is right in the neighborhood. Check them out for yourself at tbacu.org. You'll never, ever visit a big bank or paycheck cashing place again.
Have you recently lost your job or been denied medical care? Has your doctor told you their panel is full and they cannot take you? At Pasadena Health Center, we make healthcare affordable and provide access to reliable, quality healthcare in a caring atmosphere. We offer services in family medicine, dental, OBGYN, pediatrics, x-ray, lab, and pharmacy. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, and offer discounted fees for self-pay patients. Pasadena Health Center, where caring is what we do best.
Here in Pasadena, Texas, with property values going up, taxes going down, and award-winning schools.
We love it here! We love it here!
With a thriving local economy and low unemployment.
I love it here.
We love it here!
And with all kinds of fun and interesting things to see and do.
We love it here.
We love it here! We love it here!
Pasadena, Texas. You'll love it here too.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank, a free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
And welcome back to Pasadena here for the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Back in action. I'm loving it. That's right. McDonald's, Texas Bay Area Credit Union, Community Bank of Texas, and the city of Pasadena. Very appreciative. And it is 16-3 right now. In case you're just joining us, DeSoto leading Fort Bend Bush. And glad to have our sponsors along with us. An outstanding tournament here, Ken. And as we mentioned before, 200 games played in the last 3 days. And it all got started on Thursday, and these teams with a chance to really, find out what they've got in the early going. They both played at least 4 games in this tournament, and a chance to see what you've got in the early going as we go into the Thanksgiving Day break. And that's important for these coaches. They want to know what they need to work on.
Absolutely. And again, it's the time where a lot of the football teams are starting to fall off. Only the elite teams still playing, so now a lot of those players coming back to basketball. A lot of the fans welcoming being able to come inside, especially here tonight with the weather conditions here in the Houston area. So
warm and cozy in here.
I'm happy to be broadcasting basketball instead of football tonight, I'll tell you that.
Brendan Ganaway with the dribble. They lose the dribble here in the corner. Here comes DeSoto looking downfield, if you will. Terry Maston open underneath for 2. Down the court he goes, 18-3.
Tremendous pass by Miranda down court.
Down the field, down the court. Take your pick. Oh, could be a charge here. Let's see. Yeah. And it will be.
Dipping the shoulder. He lowered the shoulder right into the defender. That's going to get an offensive foul call every time.
Yeah, Brandon Jones called on the foul there. You can't lean your shoulder into the defender. That's what will get you. And no question about that one. Good call here by the officiating crew. Again, Don Carpenter, Bill Carey, and David Oriole with the officiating crew here. It's 18-3. DeSoto leading Bush. You know, Bush, a team that beat Travis 3 times last year in the regular season, but lost to him in the regional final. Here comes DeSoto back with a bucket down low from Terry Maston, 20-3.
Yeah, that was a great interior feed from Terry Maston. This team looks very impressive. Does DeSoto move the ball very well offensively. And you see equal effort on the defensive end as well as Bush. Very difficult for them to get into their sets.
Yeah, that man-to-man defense is really working here in the early going. And another turnover. Well, this one may be a foul.
And you see the hustle here.
Julian Miranda called on the foul. But you're right, Ken. Good hustle out there. That man-to-man really working for DeSoto.
Fort Bend Bush really found it difficult to get into their sets.
You know, just as in football, you have teams that run the spread, and now in basketball, everybody seems to really like to move up and down the floor and play a lot of man-to-man defense.
Yeah, it's one of the staples, especially in 5A. You have so many tremendous athletes and you have so many good shooters, it's really hard to play zone because teams will light you up from the three-point line.
Brendan Ganaway on the dribble. Move the ball around to Brandon Jones, who loses the handle. Back comes DeSoto. 1:20 to play here in the first quarter. DeSoto on the move. Downtown three-pointer off target, no good. That was to Kedrick Brown with the shot. 20-3 here. DeSoto leading Bush. Bush, again, in the regional finals last year, one of the top teams in 23 5A. Here's Brandon with the shot, and Jones this time true on that shot. Nice little perimeter passing there. And
I believe Brandon Jones has all 5 points so far. 3 from the free throw line, and then he makes that bucket. So
20-5. We'll give that one as a 2-pointer. 37 seconds to go here in the first. DeSoto working the ball around.
And they're really making Bush work defensively. They rotate that ball quickly around the court.
Yeah, that's the key. Always looking for the open man. Just keep moving it around fast. And DeSoto's got a good bench too, so they got more of these players here on the side ready to go in at a moment's notice. Down to 12 seconds. Shot from the three-point line up and no good. That was Cedric Carson.
Yeah, it's going to have an over-the-back foul. That's going to be on Julian Green, the senior. As again, they crashed the boards, and Bush is going to be in the penalty.
Yeah, 7th team foul against DeSoto.
So it'll be 1 and 1.
But DeSoto will take those 17 fouls if they're up 20-5, huh?
And again, it's Brandon Jones at the line.
Yeah. Brandon Jones' first shot is up and good. Yeah, it's been the Brandon Jones show if you're Bush. All 6 points. 20-6. So important for the big man to be able to shoot those free throws. He's got good form. And also good.
Twinkles the twine, if you will.
20-7, 5 seconds to play here in the first. Rotating the ball around to Kedrick Brown with a shot off target, no good, and that'll do it for the end of the first quarter. 20-7, DeSoto leading Fort Bend Bush. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back with more basketball here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational in Pasadena.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank, a free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
Football Sunday.
Time for some football.
This
Gridiron
NFL Game
time.
Break is brought to you by McDonald's, with the McRib sandwich is back for a limited time.
McRib is back.
Tender, juicy, real pork smothered in barbecue sauce.
You wanna? Let's go.
And welcome back here to Pasadena. It is the McDonald's Texas Invitational. 11th year we've been doing this here. DeSoto leading it 20-7 after 1 quarter. And Fort Bend Bush, a little shell shock there in that first. What do you think there, Ken Moore?
Yeah, DeSoto came out with a lot of man-to-man ball pressure, really made it difficult for Bush, the Broncos, to get into their offensive sets. And that resulted in a ton of missed shots. Brandon Jones, the only player to score in the entire first period for the Broncos.
7 fouls on DeSoto, 2 on Bush here in the early going, but a 20-7 lead for DeSoto. They're hustling, and there's a traveling call right there. Keep that foot down. You don't want to lift that pivot foot up.
And Bashir, a little Fred Astaire.
That's one way to look
Movement
at
of
it.
the feet.
Making it sound like traveling's a good thing.
Only if you're on vacation, not on a basketball court. Nice spin
Well put,
move.
yes, nice move underneath, but blocked. And it will remain with DeSoto. Just underway here in the second quarter here in Pasadena.
I've been real impressed with Terry Master, number 31, the 6'8" post player for DeSoto. He's a very good passer out of And a very soft touch, as you saw there.
Yeah,
inside.
Terry Maston, the 6'8 senior. Nice little baby hook. So DeSoto continues to impress on the offensive side of the floor. They've been pretty good on defense, too, as you can see evident here. And Fort Bend Bush has brought in Mujaba Bashir, has stepped in. But foul here on the play on Eden Ewing. And that's the third foul of the game here against Bush, against 7 fouls for DeSoto. DeSoto leading at 22-7. As they work the ball around the perimeter here. That's what they like to do. Try to penetrate that Bush defense, but moving it around fast. Shot here from the corner by Antoine Portley, no good. And back comes Bush.
Again, you see the Eagles back on defense, stopping the fast break. Here comes Jones again, one-on-one.
And Brandon Jones, yeah, he's been the scoring threat tonight for Bush.
22 for DeSoto, 9 for Brandon Jones.
22-9. DeSoto on the move now. That's Antoine Portley giving it up. Inside to the big man, Terry Maston. They're playing catch out there. Maston, loses the handle. Back comes Bush. Grace kicking it in to his teammate there, Brandon Jones, and we've got a foul on the play. Let's look at a little replay here, Ken, see what happened.
Yeah, you see the Broncos out on the break. Jones one-on-one. Almost could have got called with an offensive foul with the little forearm shiver to the back of the defender. But nevertheless, he gets the benefit of the doubt. He'll go to the line for 2 more.
Well, and I thought maybe Brandon Jones, he's probably thinking he should have made that basket right there, too.
Yeah, that would have been a nice 3-point opportunity. If he can knock these down, cut the lead to 11.
Officials will give you that kind of continuation there. Off the front of the iron, no good. And back comes DeSoto.
I guess they did not call it a 2-shot foul. I guess they call a foul on the floor, so I guess it was a 1-and-1 instead of a 2-shot foul.
Maybe no continuation would have happened.
Maybe not. A little surprising there.
All right, DeSoto working the ball around as they kick it back out. And this shot is up and good.
Yeah, Carson draining the triple.
Yeah, Cedric
Again,
Carson.
Another assist for Terry Maston out of the post.
25-9 DeSoto. Nice dribble penetration here by Brendan Ganaway. No foul call. Ball's tipped around. Back over to Bashir, who loses the handle, the throw, the toss, and the finish.
Wow.
Up and good. That is Terry Maston again. Maston having a big game here for DeSoto with 9 points.
And the lead balloons right back to 18.
27-9, Eagles on top, foul. And this one looks like it's going against Bush.
Yeah, Brandon Jones again dipping the shoulder. And the officials are going to call that every time.
That's the second foul on Jones, 4th team foul on Bush. The Eagles will inbound it.
Trying to get a little perspiration off the court there.
You might have seen Chris Dyer out there with the dryer, if you will, grabbing a towel.
Coach Dyer, 16 years the head coach,
Man, I think you said 32 in basketball in general, so he's been around it a while. 62 as the head coach, so here comes DeSoto, up 27-9. Ronald McDonald in the house. I know he's been impressed with DeSoto so far here.
He may toss him a couple of McRibs.
Yeah. Here come the Eagles working the ball around. Oh, nice drive in for 2. Cedric Carson. Coach, put me in that starting lineup. 29-9. DeSoto.
Coach Ronald Courtney, he talked a lot about his point guard, number 3, you see with the basketball, Brendan Ganaway. He said he's the guy that has to make you go for this Bronco offense to get on track. Well, he's been pretty much shut out here in this first half.
You saw Eden Ewing there with the missed 3. DeSoto on the offensive side of the floor now, 29-9. Eagles lead at 4:05 to play here in the first half. DeSoto just loaded with athletes year after year. You pick the sport. Nicely done inside by Terry Maston. Terry Maston now with double figures, 11 points on the game, 31-9. Eagles, don't adjust your set, folks. DeSoto's come to play.
At some point, you may have to change your defense up, go to a double team on the post player Maston, as he is killing them inside with a little wide array of jump hooks. And then he's also been tremendous passing out for the open threes.
Julian Green with a nice block right there. And that's going to be a TV timeout right here as we 31-9, 3:40 to play here in the first half. We'll be right back in Pasadena.
Football Sunday. Time for some football.
This
Gridiron
NFL game
time.
break is brought to you by McDonald's, with the McRib sandwich is back for a limited time.
McRib is back.
Tender, juicy, real pork smothered in barbecue sauce.
You wanna? Let's go.
Here in Pasadena, Texas, with property values going up, taxes going down, and award-winning schools.
We love it here! We love it here!
With a thriving local economy and low unemployment.
I love it here.
We love it here!
And with all kinds of fun and interesting things to see and do.
We love it here.
We love it here! We love it here!
Pasadena, Texas. You'll love it here too.
Have you recently lost your job or been denied medical care? Has your doctor told you their panel is full and they cannot take you? At Pasadena Health Center, we make healthcare affordable and provide access to reliable, quality healthcare in a caring atmosphere. We offer services in family medicine, dental, OBGYN, pediatrics, x-ray, lab, and pharmacy. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, and offer discounted fees for self-pay patients. Pasadena Health Center, where caring is what we do best.
Hi, I'm your Latina girl, Carmen Contreras with Hot 95.7, and I'm just loving Texas Bay Area Credit Union. They have everything big banks do, like checking accounts, online and mobile banking, bill pay, all for free. And I said free. But here, they really care about me. They have better rates on loans, and they're ready to loan to you. Texas Bay Area Credit Union is right in the neighborhood. Check them out for yourself at tbacu.org. You'll never, ever visit a big bank or paycheck cashing place again.
All right, welcome back to Pasadena. It's the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Thanks to our sponsors here today, Pasadena's Chamber of Commerce, McDonald's, I'm loving it, Texas Bay Area Credit Union, and the Community Bank of Texas. 31-9, DeSoto leading here, 3:35 to play in the first half. Bush with the basketball in the navy blue uniforms. The drive, the penetration up, no good, as Brennan Ganaway couldn't get it to go. Back comes DeSoto, loose ball. Scramble, DeSoto's got it. Here come the Eagles, trying to make it happen. The dish, and up and out. No good. Nice effort, though, nonetheless, there by Terry Maston, who's had a great game with 11 points. Coming down the other end, and it is Ganaway who lays it in for two.
You saw the presence of Ronald Moore defensively, number one for Bush, denying that slam at the hoop, resulting in a fast break the other way. 2 points for Ganaway.
31-11 inside to Maston. Loses the handle there for a second, but might be a foul here on the play. Let's get the call.
Now you see they did go to the double team that time like we talked about. They may try to start double teaming in the post against Maston. They cannot continue to allow him to single-handedly destroy them inside.
4 fouls here on Bush. 8 on DeSoto. The ball went out of bounds, so DeSoto with the ball, 2:46 to play. Checking back in for Bush, by the way, was Brandon Jones. He just took a little breather there, a little bit longer than everyone else off that timeout. Here comes DeSoto, though. 3-point shot up and good by Takedrick Brown. You know, DeSoto, their head coach Chris Dyer said that we're not real big, but we're athletic. We play good man-to-man. We can rebound, and as long as we don't have any turnovers, we're in every game. And I think mission accomplished so far from DeSoto, up 34-11, but backdoor pass inside to Travis Downing, who was open for 2.
Yeah, you see here on the replay. Let's come back to live action now.
Yeah, Keith Blakemore actually on that lay-in, who just checked into the game. 34-13 here, DeSoto on top. Bush's defense, that man-to-man coming out a little farther now. Cross-court pass tipped away. Watch that man-to-man defense now.
Yeah.
I like what they're doing right there. They're spreading it out.
Yeah, a lot more active now defensively, getting up in the face of the defenders. And again, double teaming the post, making it difficult on Maston.
And here comes DeSoto, and this ball lost out, and it will go to Bush.
And you see those active hands from the Broncos defensively.
On the floor here for Bush, Keith Blakemore. Also, Ronald Moore is on the floor. He wears number 1. Quarterback for Bush. Had a good game last night. Had those highlights on Fox Football Friday, powered by Dave Campbell's Texas Football Magazine. Shameless plug there.
Get it in where you can.
Yeah. Bush with the ball. The shot up, no good. As Jones was a little bit off target. Might have had that ball tipped a little bit.
Yeah, I think Green got a piece of it.
34-13, 1:20 to play here in the half. Coming up at the break, Ben Metter will join us, the tournament chairman. Shot off target, no good. And saving it, nope, stepped out. So the ball will belong to Bush. You know, important here for Fort Bend Bush to make a little run right before the half, down 34-13. I don't think they can get it to single digits, but they need to make a little bit more of a dent here to go into with a little momentum into the locker room.
If they get it down to 14, 15 points here in the last minute, they'll be doing well for themselves. Missed a wide open shot that time.
Yeah, Charles Grace couldn't get it to go. Here comes DeSoto, 51 seconds to play, first half. Eagles might be content to kind of roll this ball around a little bit and hold up for a last shot. Who am I kidding? They're not going to do that.
I think they're going to be patient, though.
Sheila Miranda working around. Nope, this shot from the three-point line is up and good. Hey, that's Julian Green. The bank is open on Saturday.
Yeah,
did you know
Saturday
that?
night in Pasadena, yeah. They got a late-night drive-through, obviously. Well, ATM call there off the top of the backboard.
Yeah.
And when it's falling for you. 37-13, my goodness.
Not just the rain falling here, 37-13. So Bush will settle for this last shot here now. 23 seconds to go here in the first half. And this is a tournament that DeSoto has lost the last 2 years in the title game, but they won it 3 years ago. And you might remember that was when Bush won the state title overall over in Austin. So here we go. This is going to be a foul. And that's when, again, Brandon Jones headed to the free throw line. He's been the offense for Fort Bend Bush.
He's been a one-man gang in the first half for the Broncos.
Well, he's got 8 of the 13 points, so.
A lot of adjustments they may have to make at halftime.
Shot is up and good.
Coach Ronnie Courtney, he's won 3 state championships, 2 at Willow Ridge.
And
with a guy named TJ Ford.
Heard of him, yeah.
Who's in the building tonight, checking out the ball game. He talked a lot about his point guard, Brendan Ganaway, spending a lot of time on TJ's AAU team.
Sure.
And said he's learned a lot by working with TJ.
Good one to learn from, of course, from the University of Texas. 37-15. DeSoto, the shot up and off the front of the iron. No good. That's going to do it here for the first half. 37-15, the DeSoto Eagles. Very impressive here, leading Fort Bend Bush at the break here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational. We'll be right back with much more. Ben Metter, the tournament chairman, will be joining us, and we'll talk a lot more about this McDonald's Texas Invitational. And welcome back to Pasadena. It's the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Joining us now is Ben Metter. He is the tournament chairman. 37-15 right now, DeSoto leading Bush, and maybe the second half will get a little closer, but you guys do a fantastic job here in Pasadena. And, of course, what this means to these communities around here, Deer Park, Pasadena, the 250 sponsors really make a huge impact.
Well, it really does. You know, we've got a lot of people who help produce this tournament each year. We've got about 400 volunteers, and our business community really they step up to the plate in a big, big way. They give us the seed money and run the tournament. And each year we raise almost $300,000. All of the proceeds goes back to the education foundations for the Pasadena and Deer Park districts. And the money flows right back into the classroom. So we like to say that it highlights athletics and benefits academics.
There you go. Over $1.2 million raised. And, you know, teams are just beating the door down to be a part of this tournament. 80, you got to put a ceiling somewhere, huh? 80
well, you
play?
do. You do, and you know we looked at expanding the tournament to 96 teams. It's really difficult to do that because we play at 10 venues in Pasadena and Deer Park, and we like to have all of our venues first class, and just like Phillips Fieldhouse here. And so, you know, we have a very lengthy waiting list for the boys and girls teams. We like to go after the coaches who have traditionally good programs, good character kids, and we have that. And, you know, you got two teams in here tonight. You know, Bush is trailing a little bit behind right now, but they're capable of coming back and, you know, very well coached with Ronnie Courtney. And, of course, Chris Dyer, you know, he's been to our tournament. Chris told me that he'll always come to our tournament. He likes this tournament. Good start of the season for him.
They've been so successful here. I mean, they've been in this tournament title game the last 2 years. They won it 3 years ago.
That's right. They sure did. And, you know, he's just a great coach. And we've got on the girls' side, Duncanville, you know, with Kathy South Morgan, and they won it again, two-time state champion. And we have a lot of contenders. Some of the newer teams this year, Lancaster and some of the others, they come in here, and Cy Woods on the girls' side did a very good job. So I think in time to come, we'll see it become more and more competitive. And one of the things that I hear from coaches is that they like to start their season here at our tournament because of the level of competition.
Sure, absolutely. And this is really where I think basketball begins. This tournament is kind of the initiation of basketball season.
It is, and it's really exciting. You know, tonight we had a full house, and it's really exciting to see it kick off this way. And many of our teams, really quality teams, have football players still in the playoffs. So when you bring them back on the court, it makes them even more competitive.
Yeah, DeSoto still alive, and of course Fort Bend Bush just knocked out last night, but one of their players already on the floor here tonight. So
yes.
Ronald Monroe out there playing his quarterbacking last night against Manville in a loss, but tonight he's out here on the floor, and that kind of shows you how these players really want to be a part of this tournament.
It really does. And, you know, over the years, this is our 11th year. And, you know, this is really a testimony to the community spirit we have here in Pasadena and Deer Park. The people have really got behind this event. And it's one of the largest sporting events in Southeast Harris County, one of the largest high school basketball tournaments in the nation. Not just in terms of numbers of teams, but the number of folks that help produce the event.
Ben Metter, do appreciate it.
Thank you,
Tournament
Jeff.
chairman here for the McDonald's Texas Invitational. It's been very successful and a lot of fun for everybody. We're glad to have you along right here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be back to talk about the first half and find out if Bush can get back in this game. We'll be right back. All right, welcome back to the McDonald's Texas Invitational. 37-15 here. Fort Bend Bush trailing DeSoto. And we'll see if Fort Bend Bush can get back into this game. DeSoto on the move now here in the white uniforms with the green trim. Jeff Power, Ken Moore joining you. Break down that first half for you here in just a moment. And the shot down low and inside for two. And DeSoto picking up where they left off. Terry Maston with the bucket down low. He had a good first half as well there. 11 points in the first half, now 13 overall.
Yeah, Maston, their leading scorer in the first half with 11 points. Also had a couple of assists, passing out to his open shooters for threes. Carson also with 7 points in that first half for DeSoto. Miranda, the point guard, with a couple of threes. Third on the team in scoring with 6.
So Bush losing the handle here, and this one's going over to DeSoto. And I think that's the one thing that Chris Dyer said, that his team, he says that they're pretty good at forcing turnovers. We've seen a lot of that here in this game. Up 39-15. They've got a good bench as well as they work it inside to Terry Maston again. Now Maston looking inside, puts it up, is fouled, basket won't go. Nice job of picking up the, getting the man to foul him here as he just kind of leaned into the body.
Yeah, you got Ewing up in the air. Both guys go 6'8", so they looking at each other eye to eye. But so far, Maston getting the better of the matchup.
And to the free throw line is Maston, off the back of the iron, no good here. Just underway, third quarter, 39-15. DeSoto leading.
Nobody with more than 2 fouls, so both teams looking pretty good coming into the second half as far as the foul situation is concerned.
Maston makes the second free throw, 40-15 Eagles. Here comes Bush. The shot up and off the back of the iron, no good. Nice rebound, though, by Travis Downing. Downing back inside to Brandon Jones. The shot off target. Jones grabs the rebound, puts it up, blocked. Foul underneath. This one's going to go against DeSoto's Devin Wyatt.
Again, watch Jones working inside, post up, little jump hook inside, grabs the offensive board not once but twice.
So Bush with the ball. Down 40-15. The shot is up and no good, but rebounded underneath. Also tipped away, no good. So
Ewing missed the bunny that time.
Yeah, Eden Ewing was right underneath the basket. He was trying to mop up Travis Downing's shot. Didn't happen. Eagles working the ball now inside to Maston. Kicks it back out to Miranda. Loose ball. Players grabbing for it. Oh, nice takeaway there by Eden Ewing, using that 6'8" frame and laying it up and no good. Brandon Jones wanted a foul there, but no call. And DeSoto brings it back down the floor.
And Jones was their leading scorer in the first half with 10 points.
And the three-point shot is good to Kedrick Brown. The 5'9" senior guard makes it 43-15 Eagles.
And again, Brown draining it from deep.
And the steal here. Brown give it up, and that's going to be a slam dunk. Great looking shot there by Terry Maston. The 6'8" seniors had a fantastic game here for DeSoto. They lead it now 45-15.
Yeah, Maston with 15 points so far in this one.
This three-pointer off target by Ganaway. Coming down the other end and laying it in for two is to Kedrick Brown.
And Coach Ronnie Courtney's going to want a timeout. He does not like the effort that his Broncos are giving here in the second half. Down by 32 points.
47-15, and the DeSoto fans, you can hear them loud and clear. They're pretty happy with what they're seeing so far.
They made the nice drive down from the Dallas area, and they've seen their ball club look tremendous so far in this tournament. As it looks like, unless there's a miraculous recovery here in the second half by Fort Bend, as we get ready to take a look at a couple of the highlights. And you see Maston with the slam.
Yeah, that was a fantastic dunk right there. 47-15, DeSoto leading Bush. So if you're Bush at this point, you're trying to now win the second half. I mean, the game is almost out of reach, but you know, try to see what you can do about getting back in this game, build some confidence up, and show that effort. You know, they've been very impressive here at the tournament. And, you know, in some cases, you know, you get to your fifth game in 3 days, might have some tired legs. Shot off target, no good by Downing, and back comes DeSoto. Hello. Coming right into your kitchen here. We're good. You might have heard the official there say, "You okay?" Yeah, we're good.
Yeah. Had a little crash over here at the scorer's table as they came over for the loose ball.
Everybody's all right. Equipment seems to be working. Okay, check.
Brandon Jones back at his familiar position of the free throw line. This is the first.
Checking into the game here for the Eagles, Roderick Johnson. Check that. That is Julian Green.
You look at Bush getting here. They defeated Lancaster and Pearland to get here to the championship game. DeSoto with victories over Berkner, as well as Westlake, Austin Westlake.
Yeah, Berkner won that third place game today. Shot here from the corner is good by Kedrick Brown. That's a three-pointer, 50-16 DeSoto. Bush on the move here. Travis Downing dishing it back out to Brandon Jones. Jones dribbles into the paint, puts it up and in. Brandon Jones continues to be the go-to man here for Bush. Got him down at 13 points.
Yeah, 13 points on the night.
13 of the 18.
The rest of his team only has 5.
Right. Eagles rolling around that. Oh, nice little no-look pass here. Almost caught his man off guard. On the move now to Kedrick Brown. Shot off target, no good. Rebounded underneath by Downing. And this might be a charge. We'll see. Nope. Blocking.
Blocking call on Brown.
Yeah, that's Ronald Moore, the quarterback. He's used to running over people. You know, we were talking with both coaches about that fact. We'll get into that in just a moment. Let's take a quick timeout here. Back here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com. It's 50-18 DeSoto leading.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank, a free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
Here in Pasadena, Texas, with property values going up, taxes going down, and award-winning schools.
We love it here! We love it here!
With a thriving local economy and low unemployment.
I love it here.
We love it here!
And with all kinds of fun and interesting things to see and do.
We love it here.
We love it here! We love it here!
Pasadena, Texas. You'll love it here too.
Have you recently lost your job or been denied medical care? Has your doctor told you their panel is full and they cannot take you? At Pasadena Health Center, we make healthcare affordable and provide access to reliable, quality healthcare in a caring atmosphere. We offer services in family medicine, dental, OBGYN, pediatrics, x-ray, lab, and pharmacy. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, and offer discounted fees for self-pay patients. Pasadena Health Center, where caring is what we do best.
Hi, I'm your Latina girl, Carmen Contreras with Hot 95.7, and I'm just loving Texas Bay Area Credit Union. They have everything big banks do, like checking accounts, online and mobile banking, bill pay all for free, and I said free. But here, they really care about me. They have better rates on loans, and they're ready to loan to you. Texas Bay Area Credit Union is right in the neighborhood. Check them out for yourself at tbacu.org. You'll never, ever visit a big bank or paycheck cashing place again.
And welcome back to Pasadena. It's the McDonald's Texas Invitational, 50-18. The DeSoto Eagles leading Fort Bend Bush. Jeff Power and Ken Moore, glad to have you along here in beautiful Pasadena. A little chilly outside, but nice and warm in here.
Yeah, great night to be calling basketball instead of football out in the elements.
Ronald Moore, speaking of football, the quarterback for Fort Bend Bush, off target here on that three-point shot, his first shot of the season.
Yeah, absolutely. See what kind of condition he is basketball-wise, if he can make a difference here defensively.
Yeah, Bush lost to Manville last night, but
that was a shootout. Wow,
yeah,
51-44, heartbreaker for the Broncos on the gridiron.
And here come the DeSoto Eagles. They played Coppell today in football. DeSoto, their head coach was telling us earlier, hey, we're pretty good right now with or without football players.
Yeah, exactly. He's already 10 deep. I don't know if he's going to have enough room on the bench for anybody else.
And rotating the ball around here come the Eagles, up 50-18, 2:37 to play here in the third quarter.
They really make you work defensively. The way they swing that basketball around, it really puts a lot of pressure on the defense.
Maston kicks this one out over to his teammate Julian Green. They kick it back inside to Maston, who slams it. Terry Maston, he's been the man for the DeSoto Eagles, and that was a man jam right there.
You talk about that ball movement, that's what it results in. Eventually the defense will wear out. You saw Maston wide open for that dunk.
And the three-pointer from Brandon Jones is up and good. And Brandon Jones continues to be the offense for Bush. He's got 16 now, 52-21. The DeSoto Eagles on top. Three-point attempt here off the front of the iron, no good by Takedrick Brown. Ball goes out of bounds. Bush will inbound it.
And Brown had hit his previous two triples. 31-point lead right now, minute 50 to go.
And I'm guessing Fort Bend Bush is glad to see the Harrison twins have moved on.
Yeah, I'm sure they are.
Of course, they beat them 3 times in the regular season last year and then lost to them in the regional final.
As Coach said, it's tough to beat a real good ball club 4 times in a row.
That's a very good point. Eagles with the ball again now, 1:25 to play third quarter, 52-21. Championship game here of the McDonald's Texas Invitational. Ball stripped and knocked away by Blakemore. And this is going to be a charging foul.
Watch the triple team down low, this time on Maston. Clean strip, but a turnover coming back the other way.
Yeah, Ronald Moore called for the foul there, kind of ran over Julian Miranda. But Miranda's feet were moving for all intents and purposes. Nothing that Ronald Moore hasn't seen before on the gridiron. 52-21 here, Fort Bend Bush trailing DeSoto. The Eagles with the ball here in the white uniforms. And they lose the handle here, and there is Ronald Moore. Moore, one of their top players, 6'5" senior. He's got the ball right now, and he's trying to make something happen. Inside the lane, inside no good, off the front of the iron, and this ball will belong to Bush again.
The rim has just had a lid on it for everyone on the Bronco team except Jones here this evening.
Cedric Carson checking back in for DeSoto.
They shot inside, but they retained possession.
And there is Jones, shot no good, partially blocked by Julian Green. Green now takes the pass, a little too far though. Can't quite come up with it. When you're up 52-21, no need in crashing into the wall there.
Nah, let it go.
So checking into the game now here for DeSoto will be Kenneth White. Let's go ahead and get you reset here. Cedric Carson, Kenneth White for DeSoto. Also to Kedrick Brown on the floor.
Big Marcus Bolden in there as well. 6'9" sophomore.
Brandon Jones driving to the bucket here. It's going to be a foul, so Jones goes to the line. That is the 4th team foul. Not too many fouls in the second half. DeSoto was pretty busy with the fouls in the first half. They had 7 quick fouls. But so far in the second half, pretty clean.
Ref's letting them play.
Jones's first free throw is up and no good, in and out. Brandon Jones has been the story offensively here for Bush. He's got 16 of the 21 points. And the second shot from Jones is good. So make that 17 of 22. 52-22. DeSoto leads.
And as you mentioned, Jeff, it could be a matter for the Broncos where just the fatigue factor finally set in tonight after a rough tournament. Very competitive tournament out here at Pasadena. McDonald's Texas Invitational.
Here come the Eagles. 12 seconds, 11 seconds to go here in the third quarter. They'll set up for this final shot. As they work the ball around. Miranda shot off target, no good. Rebound underneath, down to 1, and the shot is up and no good here by Brandon Jones. 52-22, 30-point lead for DeSoto. Let's take a timeout. We'll be right back with more.
Time for some football.
This
Gridiron
game
time.
break is brought to you by McDonald's, with the McRib sandwich is back for a limited time.
McRib is back.
Tender, juicy, real pork smothered in barbecue sauce.
You wanna? Let's go.
All right, welcome back to the McDonald's Texas Invitational. It's 52-22. DeSoto leading this one over Fort Bend Bush. And Jeff Power and Ken Moore joining in. Very impressive so far here for DeSoto in this game. They have looked just as advertised.
Yeah, they came in, they blitzed the Broncos right off the bat, led at the end of 1, 20-7. Saw that lead balloon to 37-15 at halftime, and now it's up to 30 here beginning the fourth period. So for the Broncos, it's a matter of playing for pride right now and just trying to get some confidence heading out of this thing.
All right, so 52-22, DeSoto leads. Bush with the ball. Some new players on the floor. We'll get to that in just a moment. Ronald Moore now with the pass over to Brendan Ganaway. Ganaway dribbling into the paint. The shot up and blocked. Nice block there by Marcus Bolden.
Yeah, Ganaway's really had a tough evening. He's the main guy, the point guard for the Broncos. He's had a tough night offensively, getting his team into the attack. Leon Sneed has really played him well defensively.
Devin White fouled here on Monroe, by Monroe, I should say. Ronald Monroe here. And here is the movement here for DeSoto, up 52-22. The Eagles looking impressive here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational. They're going to go, looks like 5-0 here at the tournament. That's what you're looking for, that gold bracket victory, the highest level.
Yeah, they won it 3 years ago, came up short in the championship game the last 2 seasons, but looks like they're going to take home the hardware here tonight.
And the pass to Monroe, up and no good. He was blocked underneath. Nice effort there by Devin Wyatt.
And how many of those shots have we seen challenged at the rim by DeSoto, forcing the Broncos to miss some what would look like to be easy layup attempts?
So 6:40 to play. Ball will now go back over to Bush. 30-point lead here for DeSoto. You hear the fans there. Keep playing, keep playing. And I think you get, the early part of the season right now, it really isn't all about the wins. You're trying to develop team chemistry. You're trying to figure out what kind of heart your team has. There's a lot of things that go into it.
Yeah, absolutely. Especially in coaching in these type of tournaments, you're trying to get your players developed to tournament play. So once they get into the spring and the real tournament comes, you'll know how to adjust to playing to 2 or 3 games within a 2 or 3 day stretch.
Well, and let's call it what it is. Ronald Monroe, he was just playing football last night. This is his first time on the floor. Probably hasn't even really practiced with the basketball team, so he's a little rusty out there trying to get his footing and his steps back for basketball, because it's a different sport than football. I mean, it's totally different mindset.
As long as you have that competitive nature, that's going to ooze out into whatever you're doing. So Moore definitely wants to come and help his ball club here this evening. I want to forget about football after that tough loss last night as well.
And here comes DeSoto. Inside 6 minutes to play in this one.
You see them starting to take the air out of the ball a little bit.
The tip off target, but rebounded again by DeSoto. Thinking about that three was Leon Sneed, and he gives it up. Leon says, I don't get too many chances to take this three, but coach will yell at me if I miss it. You don't want to come in off the bench and be that guy that just jacks up the three the first time it comes your way. Sneed's going to shoot right here, though. You watch. Leon Sneed on the dribble here. Oh, nice pass by Leon Sneed. And the putback slam. That was Devin Wyatt just cleaning up the mess.
Devin Wyatt, the senior, giving the crowd some excitement here midway through the 4th period.
I think Devin Wyatt just put the exclamation point on this game. 54-22, DeSoto.
Wow.
On top. State of Texas, beware. The Eagles. Football, basketball, you name it.
Teams up in that Dallas area better look out.
Oh, almost a steal right here. That was Cedric Carson. Back comes Bush. Ganaway shot off target, off the front of the iron. Ganaway just hasn't had the game that he was looking for. And he's kind of that go-to guy for Bush. Ganaway is the man that really needs to make things happen, and he's really hasn't gotten in the rhythm here tonight. Turnover, this one going back over to Bush. 4:31 to play here. 54-22, DeSoto leading Bush. Something has to be said about the fact that the Eagles, 4 straight times they've been in this championship game. They know what it takes to get here and play well. There's Brandon Jones. He knows what it takes to be on that free throw line, and he's been the offense here for Bush.
Nice move, using the glass, the kiss, and one.
So fouling out here for the game is going to be Devin Wyatt, but hey, at least he got that great dunk in the game there just a little while ago.
Put that on his highlight tape.
Yeah, he's in. That was before the 5th foul. And checking into the game here for DeSoto is going to be number 32, and that's Julian Green. And at the free throw line, Brandon Jones. The shot is up and good. So 3 points the old-fashioned way, 54-25. Eagles lead with the ball.
And 19 points for Jones this evening.
Yeah, he's been impressive. DeSoto with some fresh faces on the floor now. Twan Portley. And they lose the handle here. And there will be a TV timeout here. We'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back in 2 minutes. FoxSportsSouthwest.com. We'll be right back.
Here's a crazy idea. What if your bank actually paid you for using your debit card? Let's say 10 cents for every $10 or more debit card purchase. How amazing would that be? We call it Cashback Counts Checking from Community Bank, a free debit card that pays you to use it. Even he's smiling at that. Swipe all you can from your bank. Community Bank of Texas. Bank where you live.
Have you recently lost your job or been denied medical care? Has your doctor told you their panel is full and they cannot take you? At Pasadena Health Center, we make healthcare affordable and provide access to reliable, quality healthcare in a caring atmosphere. We offer services in family medicine, dental, OBGYN, pediatrics, x-ray, lab, and pharmacy. We accept Medicare, Medicaid, private insurance, and offer discounted fees for self-pay patients. Pasadena Health Center, where caring is what we do best.
Hi, I'm your Latina girl, Carmen Contreras with Hot 95.7, and I'm just loving Texas Bay Area Credit Union. They have everything big banks do, like checking accounts, online and mobile banking, bill pay, all for free. And I said free. But here, they really care about me. They have better rates on loans, and they're ready to loan to you. Texas Bay Area Credit Union is right in the neighborhood. Check them out for yourself at tbacu.org. You'll never, ever visit a big bank or paycheck cashing place again.
Football Sunday. Time for some football.
This
Gridiron
game
time.
break is brought to you by McDonald's, with the McRib sandwich is back for a limited time.
McRib is back.
Tender, juicy, real pork smothered in barbecue sauce.
You wanna? Let's go.
And welcome back to the McDonald's Texas Invitational here in Pasadena, Texas, just outside of Houston, 54-25. And yes, Pasadena Chamber of Commerce and McDonald's, I'm loving it. Texas Bay Area Credit Union and Community Bank of Texas. Glad to have you along for this one here. DeSoto leading it 54-25 over Fort Bend Bush. But this is a Fort Bend Bush team. Don't worry, they will be back this year.
Yeah, absolutely. And as far as DeSoto, this is the team you're seeing tonight. Team that's won over 30 games the last 5 years, 2 state championships this decade. So this is a program that is one of the best in the state of Texas when it comes to hoops, and they're showing it here this evening.
54-25, and DeSoto on the move here and losing the handle there. It'll go back over to Bush with 3:27 to play in this one. Again, the McDonald's Texas Invitational. It was good to see Ben Metter, the tournament chairman, raised $1.2 million for the Pasadena and Deer Park ISD Education Foundation. They've done a fantastic job with this tournament. I mean, you think about 80 teams in this area. That is great for the community.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, this is the spot to be at as we see finally one go for Ganaway as he hits the triple from the top.
Yeah, Brendan Ganaway give that assist to Ronald Monroe. 54-28, inside 3 minutes to play in this one. The Eagles, looks like they're going to be the gold bracket winners here. Duncanville won it on the girls' side. That was a tight game earlier today, but Duncanville came out on top. They won over Manville on the ladies' side. 54-28, 2:30 to play here. Eagles moving it around with the ball right now is Antoine Portley. Portley being covered by Ronald Monroe.
Fort Bend Bush fans, you don't have to worry about their ball club. Coach Ronnie Courtney, again, he has a lot of championship hardware on his mantle. As we see
and the slam dunk here, nicely done as Brandon Jones. He's been the man offensively for Bush with 22 points. 54-30. Inside 2 minutes, quick timeout. Might get an opportunity to get some more players on the floor here for both squads.
Yeah, with these Broncos, last season they went 32-5, 28-6 the campaign before that, and of course they won a state championship 2009-2010 season. So,
and you know, Chris Dyer, we're looking at him right here. He's got some great coaches too, George Golden, Corey McIver, and of course the principal over at DeSoto, Dr. Thurston Lamb. Superintendent is Dr. David Harris. And I tell you, the Eagles, a very proud program. You name the sport, they're so competitive in so many different sports. Claude Mathis has done a fantastic job with that football team, DeSoto's basketball team. They're going to win this tournament here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational. They've been in the championship game the last 4 years now, and
the track team does not too bad either with a back-to-back state titles for the boys and the girls.
Absolutely.
So,
and Fort Bend Bush, you know, getting Ronald Monroe and Donald Monroe back is huge for them. And Donald not here tonight, but he will be back in that lineup later this Wednesday, as we heard, their next game. And so will Joshua Jones, 6'7" junior. He's a big part of this team, and they will be really happy to have him back later this week. But tonight it's about the DeSoto Eagles leading at 54-30. And with the ball here is Julian Miranda gives it up to Leon Sneed, and they roll ball around on the far exterior of the perimeter.
Just a little three-man weave they're running right now. Just try to eat up some clock.
Want to keep it moving, no question about that.
Got the post players just throwing the high picks right at the top of the three-point line. Eat up some clock and try to wind this one down, partner.
Fort Bend Bush coming out, playing that man-to-man, bringing it out about as far as you possibly can.
Eventually, they may look for a backdoor cut. But
I see one. I see one. There it is. But hey, class act right there. Kedrick Brown says, "No, I'm not gonna take this one in. We're gonna keep it out top." And I think that's the kind of admiration that the coaches have for both teams and players. Lights falling down here right next to us. Tables coming down. 54-30. Bush trailing DeSoto. And at the free throw line is Brandon Jones. And Brandon's been pretty good on the free throw line tonight.
Yeah, he's been good. Except you just jinxed him. Never say a player's been good at the line when he's actually at the line.
That's true. Well, he hasn't been that good tonight. Now go ahead and make it, Brandon.
0% chance of that one going in once you said that.
And the second one, of course it's good. All right, Brandon, thank you very much.
There you go.
I'll courtesy that one myself there. 54-31. DeSoto leading here, 45 seconds and counting in this one. DeSoto is going to be your gold bracket winners here. 80 teams coming here to Pasadena. A timeout called on the floor here by Chris Dyer. His player was in a little trouble there in the corner. Let's take a quick timeout. We'll be right back. 54-31, DeSoto on top.
Here in Pasadena, Texas, with property values going up, taxes going down, and award-winning schools.
We love it here! We love it here!
With a thriving local economy and low unemployment.
I love it here.
We love it here!
And with all kinds of fun and interesting things to see and do.
We love it here.
We love it here! We love it here!
Pasadena, Texas. You'll love it here too.
Yeah, 80 teams, 48 on the boys division, 32 on the girls division. One of the nation's largest tournaments. It is the McDonald's Texas Invitational, 54-31. DeSoto leading Bush, and the Eagles will be headed back to the Dallas-Fort Worth area with some gold hardware.
Yes, they will. Very impressive for the Eagles for this three-day tournament.
Hey, and Fort Bend Bush is going to go home 4-1. Nothing to hang their heads about with that.
Not too shabby. Just a little tired here in the championship game. Didn't have a lot left.
And that does happen in tournaments, especially early on in the season as players try to get their legs and have a better understanding of their offense and the style of play they're going to run. And it also makes for good game film for the coach to have a really tough practice this week.
Yeah, absolutely, absolutely. And I tell you, in coaching AAU for a couple of years, I've seen it time and time again, especially when it's a late night game, you know, a late start for these guys. They're used to playing early in the afternoon, so you have to take that into account as well. They've been sitting around all day today kind of waiting on this moment, and they came out with a slow start. DeSoto jumped on them early, and the Eagles will take it home here tonight.
And that's going to do it here. 54-31, DeSoto wins over Bush. They are your champions here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational. And we'll take a quick timeout. We'll be back to wrap it up here in just a moment. Again, DeSoto wins it 54-31.
Here in Pasadena, Texas, with property values going up, taxes going down, and award-winning schools.
We love it here! We love it here!
With a thriving local economy and low unemployment.
I love it here.
We love it here!
And with all kinds of fun and interesting things to see and do.
We love it here.
We love it here! We love it here!
Pasadena, Texas. You'll love it here too.
Football Sunday. Time for some football. Gridiron
Game Break is brought to you by McDonald's, with the McRib sandwich is back for a limited time.
McRib is back.
Tender, juicy, real pork smothered in barbecue sauce.
You want it? Let's go.
And welcome back to the McDonald's Texas Invitational. 54-31, DeSoto defeats Fort Bend Bush. Jeff Power and Ken Moore joining you here from the court side. And Bush will pick up the second place trophy here. And joining us here in just a moment will be the head coach of the DeSoto Eagles, Chris Dyer. Of course, they are your winners tonight. Again, 54-31. Very impressive all the way around, as an impressive game by Terry Maston. And then, of course, and joining us now here is Chris Dyer. And Chris, very impressive game. Your team winning it 54-31. Give us your thoughts. Overall, very pleased.
I thought it was a team win. Like I said, we have to play 10 guys every night, sometimes 11 and 12. And our second five, which could start for a lot of places, came in and gave us a big break. And I mean, we got off to a good start, played great defense. I thought Devin Wyatt did a great job on defensively. Julian Green played his butt off defensively. Kedrick Brown has probably been the best defensive player in this tournament. He's had to guard D1s every night. We're just very fortunate that we have a group of young men that buy into what we try to tell them about playing together on both ends of the court, spreading it around and running our sets.
You were up 20-7 after the first quarter. Terry Maston played really well as well. Tell me more about him as a player, his presence down low, what he means to your team.
Well, Terry has grown so much. When he came to us as a freshman, he was basically a puppy. We had to teach him how to run. We had to teach him how to get up and down the court. He has worked very hard. He's the good Lord has blessed him with a set of hands that either you have or you don't. And he's had his uncles played for me, and they kept telling him you got to play hard. And he's finally playing hard on defensively, and that has really helped us.
I know early in the season you hate getting these kind of questions, but could this be one of the best teams you've had at DeSoto?
They're nice young men. They're good young men. They're fun to be with. Their behavior on and off the floor, they represent the community, they represent their parents, they represent the school district very, very well. As far as what lies ahead, if I knew that, I'd be in Vegas.
Well, congratulations on the win here. No question about it. Chris Dyer, you've got a fantastic team. You are McDonald's Texas Invitational champions.
Thank you so much. We appreciate everything.
Glad to have you along here.
Thank you.
Appreciate it. So DeSoto, once again, your winners, 54-31. And here they come out onto the floor right now to pick up that first place trophy. And I tell you what, watch out for the Eagles this year. This is a very impressive basketball team, and I think something that we alluded to just a little while ago, Ken Moore, is they don't really need the football players to come out on this team. They have got a loaded squad.
10 deep, and they go hard for all 36 minutes of action. And you saw them defensively. They have a great inside-out game with the post player, Terry Maston. He was tremendous inside tonight. And when they double-teamed him, he was able to get the ball out to his three-point shooters, and they were knocking him down from all around the perimeter.
So, again, DeSoto, your winners, 54-31. It's a final for everyone a part of this one. We do appreciate you being along here at the McDonald's Texas Invitational in Pasadena. Special thanks to all of our sponsors. Of course, McDonald's, I'm loving it, Texas Bay Area Credit Union, Community Bank of Texas, and the City of Pasadena. They do such a fantastic job in the 11th annual McDonald's Texas Invitationals in the books. Again, your champion, the DeSoto Eagles, 54-31 winners over Fort Bend Bush. And on the ladies' side, Duncanville defeated Manville earlier in the day. Congratulations to all 80 teams for being out here, and we will see you again here on FoxSportsSouthwest.com and LegacySportsNetwork.com throughout the remainder of the season. For everyone a part of this one, for Ken Moore, I'm Jeff Power. Thanks for being with us.